Very nice. Let me share my screen, then we can start probably. Just give me 1 minute. One minute, guys. Let's start. Just I'm doing the setup. Let me start the recording as well. All right. So I believe we are good. Everything's fine. You guys able to hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Thank you so much, Manas sir. So first of all, welcome you all in the Gwinnett family. And this is official class we are starting today, and that is our CCNP data center, right? So everyone, guys, just mute yourself. If someone is joining with the phone, just let me know your name so I can rename yourself, right? I can see somebody joined with OnePlus. Please let me your name so I can just rename yourself. OnePlus CH2619. What's your name? So let me mute. So welcome you all in the Gwinnett Technology, and myself Vishal, and with me have the Manas sir, right? So we both are going to be instructor for this data center program because it's a very latest technology, very demanding technology, very complex technologies. So we will share our both expertise throughout the session. We're going to discuss a lot of things. So initially, I'll start in the first half, and I'll just over the second half to Manas sir, so he can just continue the sessions as well. This is how it is going to happen. So I'm very thrilled to have you today, and we are going to learn most demanding and high impact networking technology, that is data centers. That's having a very good demand in the industry. So thanks for joining. And before you just want to start any journey with the Gwinnett, so if you want to officially know anything about the Gwinnett, you can visit our website, that is learn.gwinnett, and another is the gwinnett.com. Both are our websites, and every detail is available. You can just visit our main website. A lot of detail are available, courses available, right? Here also you can visit. If you want to download our apps for the app store, Play Store, you can download that. So learning can be happen from your web. Your learning can be happen over the App Store, Play Store, everywhere. So whatever the courses you are going to get from us, it is going to be similar to the OTT platform, and you are going to just stream your courses, means in your office, you're traveling in car, anywhere, and you can just complete your learning. So all courses are going to be uploaded here for whatever you're going to be recorded throughout the session, and it's absolutely going to be lifetime access you're going to get there, right? So the first thing, when we start the data centers, right? That's very common question is going to be asked. Why data centers? Why data centers? And who basically learn these data centers? And what's the benefits you're going to get in data center learning? So we'll discuss step by step. And what are the key component? Also, I'll try to explain. So we have the proper agenda for day. I'll discuss basically we're going to target today Nexus in the first section. But in short, let me just highlight what are the key component, because already I'm going to explain all the content later on, but the key concept we are going to discuss about, that's the Nexus, the VXLAN, right? We have the ACI and plus COCM, right? Not UCS, right? These are the server virtualization storage that is going to be there. So these are the key things we are going to cover, and that's a huge, right? That's a huge topic, are very limited: Nexus, VXLAN, ACI, UCS, and along with that we have the DC, AI, ML. You are going to understand this also because it's a part of the course content. Probably if you go and discuss this course content, it is a part of the course content. So everything is going to be there and we are going to cover. But today we are going to start with this. I'll discuss how it is going to look like. Yeah, please mute guys, everyone. This is my humble request. Everyone, please mute yourself. That's my humble request. So why you guys are here, right? So you guys are here because you have like opportunity to upgrade yourself. Not every engineer have the opportunity, not having a desire to upgrade themselves. Somebody are very happy with the 3 LPA, somebody is very happy with the 5 LPA, somebody is very happy with the 10 LPA, right? Somebody is happy with the 15 LPA, and they are not trying to grow in the networking tech world. If you want to grow, if you want to learn, you have to like pay some amount, you have to waste your time in the learning, not a waste, but you have to become productive, you have to become the hardworking. But in return, you are going to get 20 LPA CTC, 30 LPA CTC, 40 LPA CTC, and 50 LPA CTC, even more than that, 50 plus LPA CTC. It's true. It's not like I'm talking about the fake commitment. You just go and search in the GPT and search in the Google. What is the role of this network security engineer or data center engineer? Harshal, I'll take your question. Just hold on a while. Okay. Give me 5 minutes. I'll take your questions. So if you want to really grow in your career, if you have a dream, so you can start any learning opportunity, whatever you think. So if you guys are here, thank you so much because you are really serious about your career and you want to do something for your family, something your professional life, and you want to get more money from your industry. That's the main agenda. So in today's lessons, we are going to discuss about data center technology and what you're going to learn. You are going to learn in today's session why this DC network come in a picture. What is a data center, right? That's the one agenda we're going to do. What is a DC? Why this Nexus come in a picture? We are not going to discuss ACI in very detail. Please mute, guys. We are not going to discuss today ACI in very detail. We are not going to discuss about the VXLAN in details, right? We are not going to discuss about the UCS today. We are not going to discuss about DC AI ML today because a long and very long like discussion is going to be happen. So we have to understand what is DC, why Nexus is going to come in picture, and what was the problem? What was the problem in legacy switching that Nexus solved? Understand? So we have to explore what was the legacy switching method. So to be honest, if you talk about the Nexus, it's more about the data centers, it's more about the switching, it's more about the cloud infrastructure. So why it's make data center different than the normal IT network? Means the normal switching, what was the problem? Key component, what is going to be used in the Nexus? Like might be you're going to never heard about in past because you are coming from the switching background. So if you're going to learn Nexus, you're going to learn about the VPC, you're going to learn about the VDC, you're going to learn about the OTV, you're going to learn about the FabricPath, you are going to learn about the facts, right? And ACI is definitely, and VXLAN is going to be later on. Okay, but these are the key things you are going to get from here. And once you've done this, and once you learn this, once you get for the certification, definitely you are going to earn, right? That's the major. You are going to get money. You are going to get a salary hike from the market. So definitely your job role is going to be changed. Your salary is going to be increased. You are going to get a lot of enjoyment because your money is going to there. You're going to buy a new car, new house, anything you can do that. So if you are really committed to do something in your career, you want to learn something bigger, you want to get salary bigger, this is the right platform for you. So let's start, right? Very first thing I would like to ask everyone, what is data center? Anyone can tell me what is data center? Can someone tell me what is data center? Anyone?
Like where companies store their data, sensitive data.
Where
Hey,
company?
data center nothing but that is the infrastructure
Uh-huh.
which is providing the rack and infrastructure to the client
Uh-huh.
whoever going to install their devices in the colo locations.
That's a good thing. You mentioned the colo, right? That's
Yeah.
very good, right? So one is data center, colo versus data center. I get a new topic. So I'm talking about data center right now, but he mentioned about the colo as well. Anyone know what is a colo and what is data center? What is the difference between these two technologies?
Colo is the
So
colocation.
basically, the colo is on the rented data center, we can say.
Colo is the Herschel. What is a colo?
It could be the setup, the data center which will rent out to the organizations to
Yeah.
set up their infrastructure.
Hmm.
It
Right.
is a shared space between for the clients or customer. So it is the co-locations that we call. If you don't have directly connectivity to some big provider like Microsoft AWS, we can connect through the colo. So we hosted our servers there. From there we can connect. So they
Very,
generally hosted all the tier one data center provider.
very nice devices. Appreciate it. So in colo, if I just get in the very short, what is the colo? So colo is something, a small renting space where you can just host your devices. You don't want to big like infrastructure. You want to rent your rack. Just you take a rental on the rack, you put your devices, and that is going to be mini data center. But you just paying rent for that. But if you're going to build your own data centers, right? We are because hitting on the topic. Data center is like physical infrastructures. In that physical infrastructure, we have the lot of network devices. That's the one thing. Network devices. We have the firewalls. We have the servers and other IT assets. But these are the three things you are going to get there. Most of the network devices like routers, switches, you're going to get WLC, you're going to get network device of a lot of things. Router have, switches have, WLC have. Firewalls could be Palo Alto, FortiGate, right? And servers could be any servers where you can Dell server, Cisco server. In network devices, also we have a lot of things like we are going to find the Nexus switches, you are going to find the Catalyst switches, you are going to find the ACI. These are going to part network devices. So it's a combination of the large infrastructure. We are going to get network devices, firewall, servers, and that is going to make your own data center where you can just securely host your all application. You store your data and you can provide the networking from the any organizations operating across the globe. They are going to get that connectivity from there. So that's the data center, right? Everyone understand what is the meaningful answer for a data center? It's a very easy, just physical infrastructure where I'm just saying in the very layman language, where we are going to put our networking devices. Networking device could be the router, switches, firewall, Nexus, UCS going to be there. That server again, you're going to get ACI, firewalls, and other storage devices. That's the data centers. So whenever we talk about data center technologies, right, we have to understand why data center technologies, technologies come in a picture. What was the problem earlier and what problem data center technology is going to solve that? We have to understand that. So before I proceed, I would like to understand how many aware about iOS versus NXOS. Who all are work on the iOS? Just raise your hand. Who all are work on the iOS? Anyone know what is iOS? Means I'm talking about the Cisco iOS. And one is the NXOS. How many? I can see Herschel know about that. What others, guys? You guys know what is the Cisco iOS? What is the NSOS? Debasis know that. What about others? I can see. Let me see the charts as well. Yes, Chinmay know that, right? Chinmay know good. Burma know that, right? Ram know that. Okay, so let me just give an idea. What is iOS? Because it's a very important, guys. You have to understand what you're going to learn and what was the problem and what problem you're going to solve. Every technology come in the market to solve some problem. If there is a car that's solving a problem, It's giving the luxury, but solving a problem. If you want to commute from one place to another place, you can go fastly. If you don't have the car, if you don't have any kind of the aeroplane and any public transport, probably you have to walk, and walk is going to take a lot of time to reach one place to another place. So car is solving a problem, right? Similarly, any laptop, you just use it. That's solving a problem because it's making your high productivity. Similarly, earlier Cisco having routers, they have the switches. They're mainly these two things was there in earlier Cisco router and Cisco switches. So in Cisco routers, what is happening? We can do the routing, but switching can use for the Cisco for the just LAN connectivity. It's for the WAN, and switches can be used for the LAN. But it also is for data centers. Means if I have the data center, I have a lot of devices to connect. So I require the switches. So these devices basically work on the Cisco IOS. Right? This is known as Cisco IOS. So router, we are not going to talk here as of now. We are going to target the switches. Switches are also working on the IOS. So what was the problem when I'm going to use the normal switch in the data center and versus Nexus switch? Means Nexus switch are going to use the special operating system that is known as the Nexus OS. So that is going to be part Cisco Nexus OS that is going to be used in the data center. So what was the problem in the iOS that is going to solve by the Nexus? Anyone know any good answers here? Just one answers? Raise your hand, I'll ask that. Or Burma, you want to say? You can say. What are the difference between the normal iOS versus Nexus iOS?
Nexus, I think we need to enable the feature for any, like if you want to, like feature set, there is a feature called feature set. We need to enable in Nexus.
Okay, very nice. Thank you.
Nexus mostly used for data center environment because of the managing the storage devices, and it's providing the high throughput, and yeah, feature set it is meant, so that is the thing.
Okay, very nice. So let me just draw one line here, and I'll try to make simplified version here. Cisco iOS. Sorry for my bad writing. Cisco and XOS. So very first thing, if I talk about the Cisco iOS, we have the normal switches. Means we have the router. Definitely they use that router, but router going to be with the WAN connectivity. But the most important, we use the catalyst switches. So whatever the catalyst switches come in the market, that come with the iOS. But when we talk about the Nexus, they have the special switches. Right now, you might be know about that is a Nexus switch. They have the special operating system like 2K we have, like 5K we have, 7K we have, and right now 9K we have. So in front of me, I have the both switches. This is ACI lab. This is the like Nexus OS switch, and this is the iOS based switch. So if you just click on it, you'll see this is a Nexus switch. If I go and log in, you're going to see this is my Nexus switch, and you're going to run this command show interface brief. You are going to get a lot of ports are here, and this switch are basically Nexus switch, and this is going to work on the iOS that is a version 7.0. This is the old version, but I have another Nexus switch that's having the very latest iOS. Show version. So this having the version is right now we are running that the 9.3. But if you go with the switches, right? This is my normal switches. And here, if I go and run my command, let me show you. Sorry, let me click here. If I go even here also, and if I run show interface brief, it's going to show a lot of ports here. You can see total 64 ports are available. But if I go in the switches, normal switches, and I run command show interface, so first of all, let me try show interface brief. This command is not working on this particular switch. First of all, see, so you have to understand whatever the iOS we build, right? They have the different command set, and this Nexus have the different command set. So if you're just thinking, I'm the very good in switching and I can immediately work on the Catalyst means Nexus switch, you have to correct yourself and you have to learn the CLI command as well. So if I want to see interfaces, I probably have to run this command here. But here I have to run just giving the basic idea. So IP interface brief, right? So then it is going to show me this command. Then we have the limited features, limited port, and you can see this is running on the iOS, viOS. So these are the totally different iOS feature. Means you can think about one having the iPhone having the iOS, means OS, and your Android phone having the Android. They are two different iOS and both having a different kind of the technologies. So that is a major difference we have. Make sense? Raise your hand if you have any questions. Everyone clear about this? So that having the one more problem, traditional switches, always you're going to manage by the CLI. Let's suppose you're working on the traditional switching. You have to do everything with the CLI, but here you can do via the CLI, but you have the NX OS dashboard as well. We will show that how dashboard is going to look like. We'll integrate later on and we can show that. CLI you can do that, but also you have the GUI access also. And that having the better enhancement. They have the limited VRF capability. This switch is limited VRF capability. But if you go and talk about this, they support the VRF, they support the VDC. We'll discuss what is the VDC. That both have the capability, but this have not VDC capability. If you talk about the like spanning tree, VLANs, in this particular, we have the limited VLAN, right? If you are just going to use the VLAN, that's going to support up to 1000 or might be the 4000. But if you want to go the extended VLAN range, that might be you have to again use the VXLAN. Again, you have to use the extended VLAN range also with the this particular. These cannot support your automations. This normal you can do the SNMP integration. For the logging, you can do the no API, you can do that. Basic SNMP do that. But if you talk in this particular automation, is a lot of like here you have the NX APIs. We will discuss in the automation part. We have the REST API. You can integrate, right? You can run the Python on the box, right? I'll show you. Bash you can run here. That's all features available. So that means in normal iOS, we have the spanning tree issue. That was one limitations. But by default, but here we can use the VPC that can default a spanning tree is going to be disabled. Here by default, every switch having the spanning tree. Here spanning tree is going to be enabled for the every communication. By default, it's a disable. If you want to enable, you can enable it, but they encourage to use the VPC. So we have to understand the step by step what was the problem and how it is going to solve this problem by the NXOS. So in short, if I say Cisco Nexus having the more capability, they have the more functions. Sorry, let me see where is my They have the more functions, they have the more automations, they have the more virtualization capabilities, they have the more programming capabilities and high availability. But in iOS, if you have the very small branch, if you have the very campus network, small network, you can use that. But if you have the large network, you want to build something very high quality of network, then you probably have to work on the Nexus. Make sense till here? Anyone having any questions till here? Guys, almost 24 minutes I speak. Any questions anyone know? Have here to discuss with me? All right, so let me move little bit on my slides. And I want to set the right agenda. So Manas sir is going to further discuss on that. Yes, somebody raised hand. Can you just talk? What was the questions you have?
Sir, actually, I was having one query, not regarding with this, but as per my knowledge, there is it's a one technology calling VMware
Harshal, your voice is
NSX.
a little bit low. Can you come close your mic?
Okay. Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine.
I was just asking that the ACI and NSX V and NSX P are the Both are the same, or there are the differences between them?
No, it's different, but I will give the opportunity to Manas, sir. You want to take the questions? Because I know you're also waiting for that. Manas, are you there?
Yes, yes, yes.
The
Who
question
was
is,
this question?
Harshal want to
Harshal?
understand NSX means Nexus versus ACH. It's a very good question.
Yes, yes, yes. Harshal,
Yeah.
I will come to you this point. Actually, on same switch we can do it. Okay. But at one time, it's not same time we can do the SCI, same time we can do the SCI, Nexus. If we'll do the Nexus, then
I
at one
think
time you cannot. Yes.
sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you. He's asking for the NSX and Nexus. I think so.
No.
SCI and NXOS.
ACI he is asking.
Yes.
No,
Same
no, no.
switch. But
Vishal sir, the query was different. Actually, ACI we are using for the physical setup at the data center, right? And there is the another technology which is introduced by the VMware, which is NSX. So, is there any difference in between them, or those are the same?
you are asking
No,
about the NXSP?
no,
Yeah.
sir. He's asking about the NSX technology in VMware, where the SDN
No,
software.
so that is
That is
totally different, right? There's a VMware vendor. We are not talking about that. Similar technology, right, in the virtualized environment, right? But ACI is totally different, right, from Cisco. That's a VMware. Similar having the concept, okay, to be precise, but the way they are operating the NSX state, that is a different way, right? Not the same in the ACI and NSX. Clear, Harshal?
Okay, sir, clear.
Okay. Sorry for confusion. Yeah. All right. So when you go and start with data centers, right? So just mute yourself, right? I'll quickly just talk few touch point here. So we have the modern network, right? Day by day, we are building the cloud infrastructures. We require the dedicated data center. That could be private data centers, that could be public data centers, and we might be need a hybrid data centers as well. So we have a lot of kind of demand. At the same time, we might require the high throughput, high bandwidth. That normal switch is having the problem. That might be require the ultra latency for the critical application. My critical application should work on the very little latency. We have to be, if I want to make the communication between server to servers within two data center, that have the, very fast connectivity there. Seamless scalability and automation capability. That all was missing in the legacy infrastructure. And to solve this problem, that's we come with the Nexus, and they have the different like kind of the problem in the legacy one. Like we talk about the 9600, 3700 switching, 2900 switches. Like we have the STP issues, we have the virtualization issue, we have the VM integration issue, no automations. Additionally, if I talk about they having the performance bottleneck, we have the like soiled network, like we have the multiple network in the different department connecting to different switches, different servers connected, no having the connectivity in the proper manners. We have the operational complexity. So we having a lot of time, like lot of type of that issues in the traditional switching, and that is going to solve by your Nexus. So in Nexus, the totally fabric is going to be different. Means they are going to be used the component that is a NXOS OS, that is a modular operating system. That's are going to use the unified fabric. That are going to use the virtual device context. They are going to use the fax and Nexus portfolio. We have the 2000, 3000, 5000, 7000, 9000. So these are different kind of the key component they are going to use. At the same time, if I go in another slides, because I make a parallel two slides, that's I discussed traditional versus switching, right? Means we discuss about the like dependency, we discuss about native automations, see REST API, Python, JSON, throughputs, medium, high. I just discuss in my own language. But at the same time, if you are going to talk about the Nexus, you have to be very much expert on the VPC. Why you use the VPC? That is a virtual port channel. How this virtual port channel is going to make your very loop-free environment with the better performance. How the link failover is going to be very fast. How VDC is going to be there. So it's very important questions going to be always asked in the interview. If you go for the any Nexus interview, what is a VPC and what is a VDC? Anyone know in the class what is different with VPC and VDC?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead, Sandeep.
Yeah, VDC is basically for the logical segmentation of the network, where you use the Nexus 7000 series, and VPC is the HA technology for the Nexus 9000 series for the
Can
peering
you
the.
make a more simplified version so anyone, let's suppose I'm a non-technical person.
Actually, if you have two spine switches and you have to create some HA kind of things like HSRP, then instead of the HSRP there is a protocol is called VPC.
Vishal, actually BDC is the virtual device context, so we can create a multiple logical chassis in the one switch.
Okay, that's make logic. And what is VPC?
So BPC is a virtual port channel. We can there is only the one BDC in the Nexus 9K. This is a one BDC, and 7K is coming with the multiple BDC. So BPC is actually creating the what we call.
So VPC is basically
BPC used for virtual port
multi-chassis
channel,
channel.
which is eliminating the STP, right?
Yes.
So it's normal port channel and VPC is different. The VPC port channel is 1-to-1. VPC is multi-chassis ether channel.
Yes, correct.
So you guys see, right? Judge yourself. I'm not going to judge, right? But out of 33 like participants, right, in class, some are very close, some are absolutely right, and some are just trying their best to just tell the differences. So if you're going for the interview, you have the very clear concept. If I'm going to ask the VRF, why use the VRF? That should be very clear and crystal understanding what problem VRF is solving. If I'm talking about the VPC, you should know the problem statement. What VPC problem is solving? What was the problem that VPC is solving the problem? That's going to be lifelong memory for you. If I talk the VDC, you should know what is the problem we having in the switching domain. That's VDC is solving that. So take an example for the VPC. This is my laptop, okay? This laptop have one power adapter, and that power is coming from a source, right? What happened if this cable is going to be removed? This laptop is going to be dead. Take an example. Imagine laptop is connected with the one power source, and if this is going to fail, your laptop is going to be dead. So if I connect this another power source with different source B, and if even this is going to be dead, this is going to keep the power supply to my laptop, right? So that means if I'm going to give redundant connections, means resiliency for my any devices, that's going to be give the better performance with no downtime. That's the key concept, right? So in the same way, the VPC is, let's say, server connected with the two switches, right? The one server is connected with the two switches. So one switch A and one switch B, this server is connected, S1. So even this switch is going to be down, they are not going to create any problem. But these are the two different chassis, but we have to make some virtual port channel that they're going to behave like a single switch, logical single switch. Make sense? So this is how it is going to be happen. So in layman language, if I just tell, VPC is virtual port channel that two switches behave like one. But how this technology is going to be configured, we have to do in the lab. In the lab, we have to see how VPC is going to build here. If I want to build a VPC, then how the VPC is going to build, how these two switches are technically going to become one by using the VPC virtual port channel. So this is the one thing.
Sir, is it VPC is like a MC lag or what's it?
Sorry?
VPC is like a MC lag or what's it?
Manas, are you able to get this question?
No, I'm not able. What you ask? Who asked this
He's
question?
talking about the MC lag. Yeah, it's similar to the MC lag.
M lag you're talking?
Yeah, is it like a MC lag or M lag? No?
Yeah, multi-chassis lag.
Multi-chassis aggregator is the protocol that's used in FortiGate, right?
No. Actually, I am asking about the switching part because when I am working in the data center, so we are creating the M lag or MC lag in between that in this concept.
Yes. it's something like same, but in the Cisco, it is the VPC with the port channel, okay? But actually the multi-lag, what you are telling, that is also taking two switch into one.
Yeah, right.
Technology, yes, right.
Yeah.
Technology is
Yeah,
same,
that is
but
using for Juniper.
yes, but here in
Not only for
Cisco, we are-
Juniper, actually, I have created the same in the Aruba switches also.
yes,
Aruba
different
network.
vendor, but Cisco will take this into as the VPC. Why you will use the VPC? On one diagram, I will let you know. No worry about that part.
Yeah. So guys,
Yeah,
we
thank
have
you.
the very good diagram. Probably Manas, I'm already out of time. So we have a lot of diagram we prepared, right? So don't worry. We are going to explain one by one everything, and the same way
Sir,
topology is going to be
sir,
done.
could you please come down? Could you please come down?
Yeah.
Okay, I will show one of the VPC.
Okay, Manas,
Wait.
I'll hand over. Just give me
Hmm.
5 more minutes. I'll hand over to you. So just you can
Okay, no problem.
come with your content, right? So audience will get better content and better learning. All right. So that's the one thing VPC. Now VPC is nothing. It's just making a two physical device logically one, and they're going to give the better redundancy, no downtime of the server, no looping, and better performance. That's the end goal. But if you talk about the VDC, right? Just think about the VRF. What is a VRF? Anyone can tell me?
It's virtual routing forwarding.
Yes. How virtual routing forwarding work? Means what is the meaning of the VRF? How it is work?
It creates a separate routing.
Separate
table.
routing from. Means
Yeah. So
virtual routing.
router is the
It's a
one,
virtual
right?
routing.
You can see router is the one, right? Physical. They have the by default one global routing table. Everyone agree?
Yes.
So
Yes,
if
yes.
I want to create a multiple routing table, I use the VRF technology. So I can create the multiple routing table. One is going to be there always global, but I can create VRF-A, VRF-B, VRF-C, VRF-D. And this is the global. So this route cannot be leak here, cannot be leak here, cannot be leak here. By default, they cannot talk to each other, right? That is a VRF. And if I want to make them reachable, we have to do some arrangement, and based on that, it is possible. Similarly, the VDC is that is known as the virtual device context. So let's suppose you have the big switch, right? This is a single switch, switch 1. So by default, we have the all ports going to be connected to different switch. But somebody is going to ask, make this switch as a 5 switch. How it's possible? The switch is going to be a physical device. How are you going to make a 5 different switch? That's the VDC come in a picture. So the simple answer is one physical can become a mini virtual switch. That's the VDC. Very simple. If you want to make a switch like 5, you have a requirement, then you can make this is the switch A, this is the switch B, this is a C, this is a D, and this is the E. So this is the how it is going to be happen. So let's think about physical nexus switch work with the multiple independent switch, and they are completely looks logically, means if you are going to configure it look like simple switch, but they are going to work in the simple and one nexus which is going to host that. So this switch going to be HR. You don't have to do the VLAN segregation. This is going to be IT. This is going to be sales. This is going to be marketing. This is going to be admin, and you can do that. Make sense? So similarly, we have to understand a lot of concept small. I can explain about the flags, Nexus portfolio fabric, but I would like to hand over to the Manas sir. Before I can hand over, if anyone have any question, please let me know. So Manas sir is going to showcase something, the best topologies, best diagram, and best concepts. So you guys are going to be more benefited. Yes, Devasis, please ask your questions.
Yeah, so I was asking, do we still need this OTB and FabricPath technology?
Okay, definitely. So I'll hand over to Manas sir. He will take the questions, right? Everything. So Manas sir, I'm making the co-host. Now you take all the questions because I already have taken a lot. So I don't want you just feel like I'm just taking
Thank
everything.
you.
Sorry for that. I taken your 10-minute extra. Yeah, just go ahead, sir. Share your screen, and it's
Okay.
up to you.
Okay. Devasis, I think you have asked something. Could you please repeat your question?
Do we still need OTB and FabricPath?
No, OTP Fabric right now the discovery is a different thing in the Fabric, but OTP we don't need right now because this is the old technology. If anyone were before 7 to 8 years ago, you know the black fiber?
Yes.
Yes. Then the time through the OTP DC to DC, we are communicating through the OTP. But now everyone is through the DC to DC, we are using through the EVPN technology, either through the PIM or the EVPN. You know, anyone heard about the PIM? What is PIM?
Yeah, multicast.
Yes. So actually we can use I will show you two labs. Okay. Let me see if I have the diagram. Just allow me a minute. Then I will come back to other fonts. Okay. Yes. Now you are able to see this
Yes.
diagram. Yes. Through these, actually what previously you are using. Suppose this is the DC1, DC2. Okay. So we are using the OTP. How the OTP implementation is different one. If I will get a time on this on the real class, I will let you know how to implement the OTP. But right now, no one is using, this is through the black fiber. Right now, we are using the EVPN, either EVPN technology and you use the PIM technology. I think you told something about the PIM. Could you please repeat what is the PIM?
Multicast protocol independent.
Yes, this is the multicast protocol. But here one issue is that in the ISP side, okay, I will do this lab. One through the PIM, without PIM, through the EVPN, how I will create the VNI. It's around a 4 pages lab. Okay, I will communicate here to here. I don't have the real host here, but I will create a switch. This is a host, here to here I will communicate through two-way, EVPN, and I will use the PM. But PM I will use, but right now in the data center, no one using the PM. Why? In the ISP side also they need to use this technology. This is the means not good on this side, this PM technology. Okay, I will come back to this point. But OTP is not right now, we are not using, it's the old technology, but as you know, in the interviewer, we don't know who will ask this question. Maybe some old interviewer means they are not aware about the new part. So they will ask you the OTP. So in the OTP, I will give you a lecture part, the theoretical part. The means your architecture part, not the lab. We will not do OTP lab, but I will give you a theoretical lab. And why it is right now, no one is using. Okay. Clear? Who asked this question?
Yeah, similarly for FabricPath also, right?
Yes, similarly for the FabricPath. So, but Fabric part we completely not ignore because Fabric discovery also something is there in the Nexus right now. Anyone see the Nexus dashboard? Anyone? I will show you this one. We have the Nexus dashboard, but generally 99% time as of now also we are using the CLI. But here in your CCNP, you have a Nexus dashboard, NDM, you have the theoretical things here. And how they are using the Fabric, because Nexus dashboard, why we are using? Due to more automation here. Okay, and we cannot ignore the complete Fabric path. Right now, the Fabric discovery is there. That is the in SCI, you will come to that part. That is the automatic process, the discovery part. I will come to that part. Okay, but we cannot completely, like OTP, we cannot completely ignore the Fabric. Clear, Akash? I think.
I have a small query.
Okay.
Let's say your infra is built
Yes.
already in CLI. Can we integrate Nexus dashboard later to the Fabric, or it has
Yes.
to be discovered?
We can later on we can, but we have the proper license for that. Later on we can integrate that device like exactly same like the SDA technology. Under SDA technology, I think most of the people are aware about this part. They are not aware about the Nexus dashboard. Whatever we are using, already we have the WLC support. For an example, later on my company implemented a DNAC, but same time I can implement this WLC on the DNAC, and through the DNAC I can observe all the thing. Same here, but I should have the proper license. Like DNAC, we have the DNA license. In Swiss, Catalyst Swiss, suppose 9300, we have the DNA license. 5 years or 3 years, same thing. We have the license, we can convert. In your segmentation right now means in your company you are using the Nexus dashboard? Akash, who told this question? Akash.
No, I am asking Devashish.
Okay.
Yeah, I means we are building. I am building from CLI, from the fabric, everything. Later we might get the Nexus dashboard. That's what I am asking if we can.
Yes, it is possible. That is possible. Right now you have the CLI environment. Later on you can integrate that one, but you should have the proper license.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Got it? No problem. Okay, guys. So Vishal sir covered almost the things which we will do. But before come to that part, let me know what actually we will cover in this one. Guys, if we will follow directly syllabus, then what will be the issue? Why Cisco is providing this syllabus? Cisco is only for the exam purpose. Okay. Guys, if no one is talking, please mute. Humble request. Cisco is giving only on the exam point of view. Okay, but here we are here to grab the interview, to clear the interview. Not if we will only cover this syllabus, then there will be an issue. We cannot clear the interview. Reason, for an example, I am asking one question to you. Have anyone gone through the Cisco CCNP data center syllabus? Because you are here. So you have the curiosity that what is the Cisco syllabus? What is Cisco is mentioned on the CCNP data center or in the CCR or in the CCI. So is anyone gone through the CCNP data center syllabus, Dekar? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Then I am asking you, are you able to see any type, means anything from the N9K and 2K hardware part on the syllabus?
It's 7K and 5K only, I think.
7K, 5K. Okay. Actually, right now, these are outdated. Okay. Now, Cisco is everything implemented to, and all the data center, big data center, they are moving into the 9K. Okay. Why? I will come back to this point. But have you seen this 9K and 2K hardware in the Cisco syllabus? No.
Not available, sir.
Not available. Yes. Yes, not available. But in the interview, interviewer will do one thing. Okay, what they will do? Suppose in your resume you have written that CCNP, DC, CCI, DCI means trend in CCNP, DC. The very simple question they will ask whether you have seen the 9K or not. Most of the people right now, what we are doing remotely, we are working. But at least 9K and 2K, because Cisco is recommending this one. 9K and 2K hardware part we should know. If I will ask you, okay, everyone is known that 9K is the Nexus switch and it's the means chassis. If I will ask you, what is the use of system controller here? Very basic question interviewer will ask, just to check whether really you have worked on this field or you are just seeing some YouTube video, then you are here. Okay. So this is the reason how we will means start this syllabus from the Nexus. People are curious here to do the VPC, to do the VXLAN, to do the eVPN, to do the MPBGP. I am under impression that all here in the CCNP DC, so everyone is aware about the MPBGP part. If not, I will cover. No problem that part. But if we will not cover about the hardware, what is 9K? And right now we had a discussion about the 7K. If 7K is there, why Cisco is recommending 9K to us? Why? So this is the basic picture. Mean hardware in the 9K, in the 7K, 5K, 3K. These are lower level data center they are using. And 2K. What is the use of 2K? On the last class, if anyone attend my last class, I have completely explained about the 2K. Okay.
It is an extension, FACS.
Yes, FACS. And which switch it is replaced? Maybe if we have the top-up rack switch, okay, that is also manageable, but through every time we need to access the top-up rack switch. So we are extending this 9K with this 2K through the FACS, and we have a separate port for this. So before that, what we need to do, we need to complete understanding about the 9K. What is the SOUP engine? Everyone heard about the SOUP engine. Am I right? What is that?
The control plane.
And what is about the line card?
Data plane.
And what is about the system controller?
So everyone, it's a very minor concept. You have to think about the brain. You have to think about the nervous system. You have to think about what is the control plane, what is the data plane, what is system controller, fabric model. So these are the small thing that Manas is trying to explain, and we have to understand. Go ahead, Manas.
Yes, these four things you should have clear understanding. What is the line card? What is the system controller? What is the fabric model? And what is the issue with the 7K? And what is the purpose of using this one? It will check my heating capacity. It will check my fan is faulty or not. Whether in the 7K chassis, its 7K is responsible for do this. But here in 9K, we have a separate system controller who is responsible for the fan issue, who is responsible for the heating issue. All the things when we will come to this 9K means it's our first class, most probably will be the next class. We need to discuss all the thing about the hardware part. Directly, I will not come into the lab because people, what they are doing, say, very curious about that. We will start the lab directly. We can start the lab, no problem. First lab will be our access, then drunk, then you should have the SVI, okay, and some basic command for the Nexus. What is the difference? If I will ask you, what is the default VRF in the Nexus? Okay, this type of question interviewer will ask just to check whether you have seen the Nexus, whether you have worked on the Nexus or not, or just you have gone through some videos. So this is the reason we will start completely. But before that, 9K and 2K, we need to discuss completely these four modules because it will take time. Around it will be a 90-minute session because it will a lot of things are there. First, we need to know, before that, we need to know the Nexus. Suppose I don't know about the Cisco, I not from the networking background, I don't know anything about the CCNA, CCNP, CCI. Can anyone let me know what is the meaning of Nexus before Cisco come to this Nexus world? Normal language Nexus. It's the interconnection. Interconnection of two things. Interconnection between means two people. So how this LAN card, these are suppose line card, okay, this line card, how they are interconnect to each other, how these two, why two soup engine is recommended from the Cisco side. All the things we will discuss, okay, in the 9K part. Once I will complete this hardware part, then what we need to do, if I will get a little bit of time, then 7K, 5K and 3K. These are not in the topic also, and no one less means the lower level DCR they are using. So I will give you an explanation about the 7K, 5K and 3K. Okay, but main focus will be 9K. Definitely you will get 2 to 3 questions about the 9K architecture part, hardware architecture part. So we need to know. And if someone will ask you, why? Basic question. Can anyone let me know if you have a basic SCI knowledge? Why you are not using the 7K right now? Why you are migrating into the 9K? Why? Any idea? Everyone here is new to the CCNP data center. So please share your thoughts. If interviewer will ask you, why you are migrating into the 9K? Why you are investing so much money? What will be your key answer? It's okay. You have the newer version, you have the new iOS, you have the new technology, but what is that? What is the main reason? We cannot
Because
use
Cisco 7K doesn't support ACI.
Yes, that is the main concept.
And Cisco's that is marketing standard.
Yes, that is not support with the SCI. And right now, here most of the data center, they are moving from traditional to SCI. Okay. And SCI, it's not all of the 9K also will supported by SCI. No. 9500, 9300.
Yeah. And there was thank you so much for this like tricky questions answer. This kind of the basic understanding we should have. That's a good. Thanks, Devasis.
And in this 9500, 9300, generally when we'll do the spine and lip architecture, you can see which one will be my spine, which will be my lip.
95 will be to the spine one and
this one will be the lip one. But if we don't have so much budget, then that time also I can use 9300 as the spine. but that is not recommended. But in networking language, that is known as the baby spine. I can use that, but that is not recommended. This is the reason we are migrated into the 9K continuously. And this is NXOS you can use, SCI you can use, but not at one, means simultaneously. If you will means convert into NXOS, then your complete SCI configuration will be reset that time. If anyone is thinking that I can use the same in the SCI environment, I can use in the traditional environment. No, it's not possible. One at a time. Okay, all these things we will discuss. First, we'll start from the hardware part. Once your hardware part from the 9K will be finished, then that time we need to know some basic, means suppose I will give you the 950 for one of the basic model. Okay, they will ask you like this, what is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of this one in 950? Very basic. It's always the series.
4 is the
It's
number of line
There
card.
is the line card.
up to line card, up to. It's not mandatory, up to. We need to know, because 9.5 is a modular switch. Anyone idea about the modular and the fixed?
Yes, 9300 is the fixed one and 9500 is the modular.
Excellent, very good. But what is the difference between the modular and the fixed?
In modular, we can extend the line card. In the 9300, there is a fixed line card.
Yes, we can extend not only the line card, we can extend the modulars.
Modulars, yeah.
Yes, okay. But here we cannot do anything. Suppose you have some issue. I have the suppose two module. And one of the module is, suppose there will be any issue. We can replace that module without any effect on that time. Hot swappable condition. You have heard that one? Anyone worked on this condition when one of the soup engine has been failed? We'll discuss about this part also. If I have two module, I can, one will be the active, another will be the standby, and there is no hard and fast active standby election is there. Which you will insert first, that will be the active, then another one will be the standby. What is the hot swap? Everything we will discuss, because I am clear about that. If you will do only the Cisco syllabus and someone will ask you the very basic question, what is the modular, what is the example of 9500, we cannot able to give the answer. This is my reason we will start with the 9K. Once I will complete with the 9K, it's around 19-minute sessions, including 2K. 2K is completely like a dumb switch, but it plays a very vital role in your DC. All these things, basic things we will discuss. Once these basic things will be clear, then only I enter into some basic command. Already Vishal sir told you what is the difference between show IP-INT brief in Nexus and show interface brief. And one command show IP-INT brief VRF all. If I will do the show run interface MGMT0, what will be the output here? These are the very basic questions they will ask you. We cannot ignore this type of question. Okay, although this is not in the part, we need to know. They will ask you, what is the management 0? What is the purpose of this out of band management? And this one, I will configure a IP when I will do a VPC. In VPC, we will do 2 laps through this management 0, through the keep alive. 2 laps we will do. So all the things we will discuss. This is the basic. Then I will come into the switching part. Now, just let me know, guys, you are quite clear with the switching part? Everyone? Yes, no?
It's very important, right? Manas sir, I would suggest we should go
Yes.
with the basic switching fundamentals like STP, where we start, because if we talk about the Nexus, switching is the key, right? And from switching problem, we are going to solve with the Nexus, with how that's going to be more effective in performance-based switching in the Nexus environment. So I would suggest like we should go with the very basic initially, and
Yes.
we take the acknowledgement audience, and then we move to the advanced level.
Yes. First, what we will do, access. I will configure the access, very similar. Trunk. Then we will do the SVI, very basic, but little different. Command is different, but almost same. SVI we will do. Some flavor of STP we will do. Then we will do some IPSEL. We will do some MAC ACL. Port security. Both dynamic and manual. Once your basic switching, then we'll do the DSCP snooping. Then I have the storm control. What is this meaning, storm control? Can anyone let me know? Because normal iOS also, whatever is the command in normal switch, catalyst switch, same command will be utilized here. Storm control. Can anyone let me know what is the use of this one?
It actually prevents what broadcast
protects
to
from the
broadcast
switch
or
and
multicast
prevent from the broadcast and
run on unicast traffic.
Okay. Okay. So for that, for the broadcast, I am putting something like, are you able to, sorry, only this symbol, 50.00. What does this mean?
There is some packet we are limiting.
It means we need to know. It means the maximum value. If anyone has any idea about the QS, the policing part, the setting part, there we are using sometimes the maximum bandwidth, sometimes this guaranteed bandwidth, means reserve bandwidth. But here it is the maximum bandwidth. I will let you know that time, storm control. Once you will do the basic things, then you have some little idea about the basic Nexus configuration. Then only I can enter into the VPC part. Here normal ether channel also means here it is known as your port channel. Port channel I will do. Modern we will do, LSCP will do. Then only I will enter into the VPC. Here VXLAN, VPC two-way will do. One is normal VPC, one is back-to-back VPC. Very rare environment we are using the back-to-back VPC, but we will show a lab here. Okay. Once I will complete this section, then we will come into the ACI. It's a huge section. Okay. And it's completely on the GUI based. This most probably I will take 1 month, this 1 month, and rest of the part, like we have automation here, like we have the UCS, C and V, we have the storage, means MDS, FI. These things I need 1 more month.
Compute.
That is under the UCS, CV.
Okay.
So then the storage, like your MDS, joining part. If you have anyone heard about the joining part in the storage network, we will do that part. Then the FI, then some automation we will do, and it's completely, maybe it's 1 month or maybe 1.5 months. So you can count, we will take 3 to 3.5.
So everyone, it's very important. You have to put your commitment, right? We will go slow because very long and lengthy sessions, right? It's not normal routing switching session. It's going to be finished in 1.5 months. It's not so firewall within the 1 month. It's SD-WAN 1.5 month. It's a big syllabus. We are targeting very big technologies. And if you want to become a master, you have to be very regular in the class. I would request everyone. We are planning initially go for the 3 day in a week, right? The timing is going to be same. That's not going to be changed. But initially we'll go 3 day in a week. So you slowly understand and you do the lab. Labs is going to be available, right? And that's complete. Whatever topic you're going to get, lab is always going to be there. Means once we done with Nexus lab is going to be there. Once we go for the ACI lab is going to be there. So you don't have to worry about anything. You are going to be UCS, like storage, that lab is there. Nexus,
One thing.
that is everything. FHRP, VSRP. Chinmay is asking unicast, broadcast, multicast. Like this is the basic concept. Chinmay will definitely touch base, right? Even you guys feel like something is missing because syllabus generally what happen if you go for the any training company, they will just target the syllabus, but it's not a syllabus. Syllabus, if you go with the syllabus point of view, this training is going to finish within the 1.5 month or 2 months, not more than that. But this is something you are going to get. That's a real time scenario, practical, what's actually need in the market, job ready content. So that's going to be transform your entire career. So you everyone have to be very available in the classes. You have to watch the recordings. You have to make your notes. You have to do your lab practice, and you have to ask the questions. Thanks, Devasis, for raising your hand. You ask your question now.
Okay, I have a query. From design point of view, we have like ACI and NXOS with BGP VPN. So when we have Cisco Nexus dashboard in place right now, and we can do the thing, some automation things with the help of dashboard also. So what benefit we are getting means apart if we are using ACI and NXOS with BGP VPN. Because if you see from a network engineer, ACI is something that it's not the traditional how it is working with common switching, but I can understand how BGP VPN works with NX. So that will be from troubleshooting point of view, I can troubleshoot these things more easier than the ACI troubleshooting. So from if this is the case, most of the customer or client means the company, they might choose the latter one. So how ACI's market place if you are comparing NXOS with BGP VPN, because other vendors, or sorry, other competitors like Juniper's and other Arista, they do have their similar they, because BGP VPN is a standard with VXLAN, so they have also similar technology. So how ACI is dominating in this, or how it is beneficial?
Okay. So SCI and that whatever you told the BGP VPN, I told that is here we are using for the different one. SCI is a completely different technology. Okay. Why? Because SCI from the A, you know, it's the application. Here I don't need to take care. I don't need to worry about the underlay part. If you have heard about the ISIS, and mainly it's for the application. Suppose for an example, this is your machine. Okay. This is your client, means your banking. You are entering into this one and you are doing some transaction here. Okay. Now directly from the front end server, you cannot do this. Through the backend we have. And this, if this is the one example I am giving you, same thing we will put every EPG here on the SCI part. Because SCI is for the completely the application part, and it's the completely automated we are doing. This is the reason application centric infrastructure through the EPIC technology I can do is. EPIC is my here controller. Everything I need to do for the EPG. Suppose for the NCI, network centric infrastructure, suppose I am giving you 10.1.1.0/24 and you have routed this one. Everything on this segment will communicate to each other or not? Normal NCI, network centric infrastructure.
Yes.
Yes, but SCI, this is not possible. Main benefit, because SCI you are using a big one, 10.0.0.0, suppose 10.1.0.0/16. Everything you will get from this segment only. Everyone is getting this segment only. All the application they are hosted in the PM, everything they will be getting IP from here, but they will not connect to each other through the EPG. If I want to communicate something, first of all, I need to put them in the EPG. And if I want to communicate to each other, I don't want my client directly should not communicate with my bank and the banking. So that only if I will put them in the EPG, they will not connect each other. If from the client, they will connect to the front-end server, then the back-end server, then from these two, I will create a contract. Lot of scalable here in the SCI. That is complete the data center application based. I no need to worry about the underlay part. Okay. This is the SCI and the BGP VPN that is communicating to data center. That is the different one. If from the SCI environment, I want to communicate with the non-SCI, either L2 or L3. We have the L2 out technology. We have the L3 out. This is not recommended. This is completely a migration technology. Suppose you are moving anything from the SCI environment to non-SCI to SCI, and you want to communicate your L2, VLAN 10, here VLAN 10. Then that time we have a technology that is known as the L2 out, but that is for the temporary basis. A lot of scalable in the SCI. Clear now?
Okay.
And one thing, Other vendor also, they have the different technology, but in the market, if you will come, Cisco, most of the data center, they are using the ACI Cisco product. Other vendor also, they have they have own their product, but most of the time you can see Cisco. This
Okay,
yes, go ahead.
I mean, in Cisco, they in data center flavor only, they do have ACI and this normal Nexus BGP VPN, right?
Normal Nexus BGP VPN we are mainly using to communicate to different data center. Okay, through the VXLAN. What is the actual meaning of VXLAN? Communicating L2 over L3 network is. So
Yes.
through that we will use the BGP VPN or the PIM. Okay, that is communicating to different data center. But here, this is my data center and everything is automated through the Epic controller. I will not come into the leaf switch. I will not come into the spine switch. Everything I will through my Epic. Epic is nothing on a UCS C series server. When you will order the Epic, what Cisco will do on the UCS C series server, they will install a software that is known as the Epic. That's it.
But VXLAN will be there inside the
yes,
ACI, right?
Yes. First, you need to understand about the VXLAN. If you not understand about the VXLAN, you cannot understand about the VTAP. VXLAN tunnel endpoint.
Yes.
All the things, because SCI first around 2 weeks, I need the fabric discovery part, the traffic flow. In company, we will not find this one. If you will enter into the SCI, if you are working on a greenfield environment, then you can see how the fabric discovery will be there. But suppose you are in a brownfield, you cannot see anything. It's already done for you. It's already done for you. But we need to know at least 1 week I need to spend on this. How we need to discover the fabric, how the fabric will be discovered, how it will know this is my spine switch, how we will know this is my leaf switch, and then the traffic flow. Suppose someone will ask you, this is my spine, this is my leaf. They are connected to each other. And suppose there is a endpoint. How endpoint will know, means spine will know about the endpoint. Which protocol they are using for here to here. So for that, we should be very clear understanding about the ISIS, the COOP protocol, everything, and the PIM for the multicasting. These three is completely based on the SCI. We'll discuss when I will do the traffic flow part. Then that time I will let you know. I have a complete diagram. 5 switches, then we have the endpoint. From endpoint, I will send the MAC address. What is the SCI leap MAC address and the normal MAC address? How they are different? Everything I will show you there. Okay, guys. So, any other people? Yes, go ahead.
When you are talking about the lab, it will be the EVNG lab or you have the real hardware?
No.
Okay, so let me show you how the lab is going to look like.
Okay, let me stop my screen.
Yeah. So you guys can view the labs. Just hold on. Yeah. So you guys are able to see my screen, right? So you can see this is the ACI, right? You can see. So this ACI is just hosted in our data center, right? And where you can just do your all testing, whatever you want to do that. That is under ACI.
Whenever you're saying that the ACI is hosted in the data center, that means you have the physical hardware, right?
We have the mix of the virtualization and physical, right? So some devices are hardware, some are physical, but whatever that we have, that is the Cisco based virtual devices that hosted in our data center where you can do the all testing. So that's a Epics. That's again complete virtual infrastructures. That same time NXOS you can see that's again it's based on the our EVNG based labs, right? So you can do all testing. Similarly, we have the physical servers where we are going to host. Let me see which network I am connected. So I can open the rack. Okay, Office. So you can see we have the real physical in our data center. We have the servers. Let me show you. So this is our VMware. That is the actual data center servers. Under that, we are hosting the different kind of the fabric. So in this fabric, even you want to build your COCM, UCS connectivity, your fabric deployment, you want to do that. So we can deploy from here as well, right? You can see we are running a lot of things. But if you want to deploy my any kind of the virtual infrastructures, because we have the UCS lab, the storage lab, that is going to be there. If I want to deploy my NXOS dashboard, again going to be there. So everything is going to be virtual, because if you're going to purchase the hardwares, right, it's going to be multi crores. So if you guys just really want to explore, you have to spend a lot of money, because no training institute can have that much budget to just purchase the real hardwares and just showcase. So that's the method. We have the internal data center. We not have a data center where we have the servers. That's the physical devices. Under that, we have the multiple virtualization technology we are using to just simulate the infrastructure. So you don't feel any kind of the real unreal infrastructure. It's a similar thing, and every feature is going to work. So ACI is there. Rack is going to open from anywhere. You just need the internet access. You have to hit our topology, right? And that is going to be open. You have to put your username and password. You have to start doing the labs. These labs are going to be 24/7. No slots we are giving. Means once you register yourself, you are going to get lab access. You are going to get lifetime video access. You are going to get 1 year membership that you are going to repeat the session again and again. Nobody is going to ask the questions. Let's suppose we are doing this data center batch now, and this is going to finish 2 or 3 months, right? And you want to repeat another data center batch. Second time, you want to repeat again, third time. So you just have to pay one time, and you just go and repeat the n number of batches in the 1 year. That's a free live membership. But lab is going to be limited. It's going to be till the class is going to run. The lab is going to be there 3 and 3.5 months. That's lab is going to be there. That's the lab part. But this is going to be 24/7, because we have the very good infrastructure. You don't going to get 4 hour slots or 6 hour slots, and you have to work on that. It's very flexible. Whenever you have time, lab is yours. Dedicated port is going to be there. You can just go and work on that particular port. Make sense? Clear?
Yeah, and you are going to provide the lab guide and all those things.
Yeah, so see, lab guide is a tricky one. So most of the things, whatever the configuration are going to do that, right? Chinmay will do that. Lab guide is going to be there. Means Manas sir and me is going to be like do whatever the configuration we are going to do that. That's a Word file is going to be there. That's similar to the lab guide, right? So this is our first launching, right? This is the batch is going to be there. So definitely lab guide is going to be prepared. Other courses we have the lab guide, but this is the first course. We are preparing the step-by-step documentation. But initially, I cannot make the fake commitment. Manas is not going to make a fake commitment. But whatever we're going to do that, we're going to get all configuration command and snapshot in the Word file. That is going to be initially, but it's going to be converted in the formal lab guide also.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay, sorry for the interruption. Who asked this one? I think Prashant. Am I right?
Prashant, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Prashant, what we will do on every class from the scratch, we will build the lab. Okay. So same time we will provide you the snap and you will provide you the notepad. Okay. Very scratch. It's not like that already our lab is inbuilt and configuration is there. We will just show you through the show command. No. From the scratch we will build. Okay. So same time I will provide you the complete process step by step. Okay. So there will be no worry about that part. And at the end of the class, total theoretical things, what you can expect from the interviewer side, I will provide you the notepad. Sorry, I will provide you a file, PDF. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
And this class is going to be happen. Let me just, the ideal plan is, let me just tell you again. This class is ideally we decided to happen Monday, Wednesday, right, and Friday. This is our plan, but we can see some students are just asking to make it a Saturday and Sunday, because it's a very big course. So we are exploring the opportunity. So once you guys confirm your enrollment, talk to your counselor, and probably accordingly we'll see if everyone is happy with this weekend. We'll go with this. If somebody is looking for Saturday, Sunday, then we'll see how we can just make them happen. Or everyone is happy with Saturday, Sunday, that is also fine. We'll make the timing is going to fix. That is going to be 9:30 to that is going to be 11. Or if you're going to weekend, that is going to be 11:30. 2 hours in a day. That is going to be happen. If 3 days in a week, that is going to be 9:30 to 11. 1.5 hours. So this is how it is going to happen. But we'll try to go 3 classes in a week. So don't worry, it's very flexible. We'll work together. We'll decide everything. We'll have the Zoom meeting. We'll discuss everyone consent. But initially, just think about it's a 9:30 Monday, Friday, and Wednesday. But if you're anyone looking for the weekend, just talk. We'll think how it is possible.
So what about the tomorrow? Is it
Tomorrow
happening
no
or-
class. Today happen. We'll have the connection on the Friday.
Okay. And where I can find these recordings? Because
So recording,
the
you have to reach out to your counselor, right?
okay.
Or maybe you don't have to reach your counselor if you already enroll yourself. So I would suggest go and just ping on this number. You can see the support number and just give the detail. They will give the recordings for these classes. They're going to add the portal. Like still, this is the very first course. So
Mhm.
maybe you can see that is no course is created still. Oh, the course is created already. Somebody is created. So you're going to get the access here. So you can see that we discussed in the last week, this week only, like day zero, like we discussed about the basic syllabus and all. So the same today class is going to be added here and you're going to get the durations also. So you're going to get one by one recording here. So you guys have to go on the portal and let me tell you how you're going to access your courses. Go on a portal. After going in a portal, you have to go in the video courses, right? And here you have the live courses, right? Live courses. You don't have to go in these live courses. This is something different we're building. We'll update later. But here live courses and go in the data center. And this is your data center course we started. So this is something you have to go and register yourself, right? If you want to talk your counselor, you just reach and send your detail here. And trust me, guys, this is the one of the batch we are doing that very low pricing, right? Trust me, okay? So I'm just want everyone explore the market. If you just see what happening in the market, and then you can just come to us if you not enroll yourself. Definitely, you're going to be get a lot of content, and that is going to be game changer for your professional journey. If you invest little bit amount of your salary, it's going to boost to earn a lot in your salary. 30% hike is normal for the data center engineer to get in the market. Even you're going to get sometime someone is working in the 10 lakhs, 8 lakhs. In India, I'm talking about you can easily get 16, 15 if you're a very good data center expert. And you have the 15, 16, you can get 25, 30 very easily after some time of period. Just you have to switch yourself after 1 year or 2 year. This is the market trend right now. If you just want to see, you go in the Google and search jobs. Let me show you. Data center engineer jobs. You just go it here. You can just search it here. Go in the naukri.com.
There is a lot of projects right now open in the Noida.
Yeah, so you can see here. If you go any of that, range, you go for the different range. You can see we have the 3 to 5, 0 to 3. You go and select your experience. Let's suppose most of the people are going to fall in the not there. In experience, if I'm going to say like they're going to fall any 8 year or 10 year experience, right? You're going to find a lot of see Azure. This again data center, but it's required little bit your Azure technologies. You have a lot of like 10 to 12, 22 LPA. The SCL you can see here 10 to 15 year. So a lot of jobs are available. You just have to search, apply, like see pre-sale solution architect. If you're going to get, you're going to find DC cloud technical architect. So jobs are endless. You just have to go and search and apply. And then you're going to get more and more opportunity. So market is very attractive for you. Just you have to add your skills. That's my takeaway for tonight. I hope you guys are, learn something from Guinet. And we are very thankful you stay till like 10:54 p.m. India time. So thank you so much. I believe we are good for today. And thank you so much, Mana sir, for you as well. Any questions? Last?
Vishal,
Thank
Yes.
you.
Vishal, I have posted one question in chat.
Personal chat you posted?
No, here main chat.
Uh,
About Chinmay,
sorry?
about Chinmay message. One message is there, right?
You pasted on the this mobile number?
No, main chat is there, na? This
Okay.
meeting main chat.
Super spine. Okay, super spine you're talking about.
E-
Yeah.
Oh, super spine. Actually, this is nothing. We need to add some more spine switches to the traditional spine switches for the more scalability. High-end data center, if you means on the high-end data center, then that time we are adding some more spine to the our traditional spine. So then that time the scalability will be quite increased, capacity will be increased. Then that time it is known as the super spine.
And what is line card?
What is?
Line card.
Line
Line
card is
card.
nothing. It's you are using means for the normal catalyst switch you have seen the RJ45 or SFP were put, the port.
Yeah.
That is in the module, that is we have the separate line card. I will explain that part. We have the RJ45 line card, means we can put the RJ45 cable. We have the SFP, we have the QSFP. QSFP means this is the quad SFP. If we have the quad SFP, so we need to use the breakout cable. From 40 gig, I can use 4 into 10 gig port. I will let you know then that time. This is nothing, but we can put our cable, maybe fiber, maybe SFP, maybe RJ45, separate line card are there. That is known as the line card.
Can you show me a photo of line card in upcoming class?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. That is actually my lesson will be on the next class 9500. There I will show you the line card. There I will show you that soup engine, the fan tray, everything for the hardware part. And what is the fabric module, its vertical or how it is situated. So everything I will let you know on that part. But line card is nothing. Yes, tell me.
Soup engine and routing engine are same or different?
No, the soup engineer brain, it is managing both your control plane and the management plane. That is control plane. All your routing part, your means how the traffic will be go. Control plane and management plane. We have the management plane also. We have the management port OOB that is managed here by your sub card. But for the line card, that is responsible for the data plane. All the things I will describe in the next class for the 95K hardware. Little bit clear now? Savan, I think you have asked. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great discussion, and I wish you all the best. And thank you so much, Manas sir, for great insights. And hopefully,
Thank you.
session is going to be superb, and everyone is going to be enjoyed. Chinmay will take your questions. No worry, right? And we'll make sure you grow a lot in Canada. Okay.
Just guys, one thing, last advice. Before starting this class, please try to go through your CCNP, CCNP, switching part, your BGP, OSP, API, ZP. That will be great helpful for us.
Yeah.
Both you and us.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Great.